Hey everyone, welcome back. It's crazy out there in the job market and yeah, and with the economy the way it is, people are, really looking for work and trying to get their foot in the door. But unfortunately, there are uh, some bad actors out there, taking advantage of that.
Yeah, it's like when people are feeling desperate, it's like that's when these scammers, they really come out.
Right, exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into those job offer scams, the ones where you get a random text offering a job
Hmm.
and it's almost too good to be true.
Too good to be true. Yeah.
We're using a recent consumer alert from the FTC as our guide here.
And they've got some really good advice.
And one of the things that really stuck out to me was how these scams are like really on the rise.
Especially targeting people who are, really eager for work.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, think about it. You're, scrolling through your phone. Maybe you're feeling a little stressed about the job search,
Absolutely.
and bam, you get a text offering you like the perfect job.
Oh, that's so tempting.
Right? It seems almost too easy.
Yeah, and the FTC alert, it really highlights that the scammers, they really know how to kind of play on that psychology. They know what buttons to push.
Yeah. Like how does it usually play out? I mean, I've never gotten one of these, but
Right.
what's the typical MO, the modus operandi?
Well, usually you get this unexpected text message, supposedly from a recruiter, offering you a job, like you said, that you never even applied for.
So no resume, no application, no
Nothing, yeah,
nothing.
no cover letter.
Right. And they're often use like names of companies we all know.
Oh yeah, absolutely, to make it seem more legit.
Like, can you imagine like, getting a text from like Apple HR?
Yeah, we've been looking at your profile.
Right. And we think you'd be a perfect fit for this?
Work from home,
Work from home.
easy hours,
Right.
make $1,000 a day.
I mean, wouldn't you like at least be a little tempted to click or to.
It's hard to resist, I think, for a lot of people,
Right.
especially when they're feeling, like I said, desperate or just eager to get their foot in the door.
Yeah. And the FTC alert calls that out specifically.
Yeah.
Like they say that scammers often use those familiar company names to seem legitimate.
Right, because we trust those brands to some degree, at least subconsciously. We're like, oh, Apple, that's got to be real.
Yeah. Google wouldn't scam me.
Exactly. Yeah, Google wouldn't do that.
Right. But then like what happens next? I mean, how do they actually get you? Like how do they try to scam you?
Well, that's when things start to get a little fishy. They might, create a sense of urgency, like this position is filling up
Like
fast.
that now.
Yeah, we need an answer by the end of the day. Other candidates are really interested,
Right.
so it makes you feel like, you can't really think things through.
Yeah. That pressure to act quickly, that's
Mm.
definitely a classic tactic.
It's right out of the scammer playbook.
Yeah. And it's effective too, because I mean, who hasn't like made a rash decision when they're under pressure?
We all have, right? You feel that pressure and you want to make a move.
You want to get it done.
You want to, yeah, exactly. And that's what they're counting on.
So it's like they're using that psychology against us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so we know they use these familiar company names. They create a sense of urgency. What's the next step? What do they do next?
So then, comes the part where they really go in for the kill.
Okay, and that's
They're going to ask you for personal information.
like what kind of stuff?
Oh, your social security number, your bank account details. Maybe they'll even send you to like a fake
A
website.
big website. Like how does that work?
Yeah, they'll make it look exactly like the real company's website.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called phishing. You click on the link and it looks totally legit, but really they're just trying to steal your login info.
So you type in your username and password, and they've got it. That's scary.
Yeah, it's really sophisticated how they do it. They use the same logos, the same fonts, everything.
So how do we protect ourselves? I mean, it sounds like it's really easy to fall for this.
Well, the FTC has some really good tips. First off, stick to reputable job sites,
Like what kind of sites?
like your state's job bank, for example, or, sites that have been around for a while and have a good track record.
Okay, so basically don't trust like random websites that you've never heard of.
Exactly.
Lamov.
And this one's really important. Don't click on any links in those texts.
Even if it looks like it's from like Apple or Google.
Especially then. If you're not sure, go directly to the company's website and find their contact info there.
Okay, so like double check everything.
Exactly. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Right, absolutely. The FTC also says that a simple online search can go a long way.
Yeah, if you get a text from a company you've never heard of, take a few minutes to, Google them.
See what comes up.
See if there are any reviews, any news articles, anything like that.
So do your research, basically.
Exactly. And if something feels off, trust your gut.
What about blocking numbers? Does that help?
Yeah, definitely. You can block those unwanted numbers on your phone.
Okay, that's good to know. But even if we do all that, sometimes these scams still get through, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So what happens then? What should we do if we think we've encountered a scam?
It's really important to report it
To who?
to the FTC. You can forward suspicious texts to 7726, that's SPAM,
Yeah.
or you can report them directly on the FTC's website.
So even if we're not sure, it's better to just report it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Because by reporting it, you're not just protecting yourself, you're helping to protect other people too.
Right, it's kind of like a community effort.
Exactly. The more we report these scams, the better equipped we'll be to fight back against them.
Are there any other red flags we should be aware of?
Well, a lot of times these messages will have like grammatical errors.
Oh.
Yeah, or they'll use weird email addresses.
Not the official company domain.
Right.
Okay.
And you should always be wary if they ask for any payment up front.
Like before you even start working.
Exactly. That's a huge red flag.
It's like if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Exactly.
So the bottom line here is that legitimate job offers, they don't come from random text messages.
Right. If a company really wants to hire you, they'll go through the proper channels.
Yeah, they'll have you apply online or they'll contact you through a recruiter.
Exactly. And, they're not going to ask you for your social security number over text message.
Right. It seems like with everything going on in the world, we really have to be careful out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The digital world can be a dangerous place.
So stay informed, stay vigilant,
And stay safe.